All right, we are in live. Well, well. Just a minute. Um, and this is a live that I am opening after yesterday. I was not. Um, I was not. I would say that was a more tense day yesterday. Well, technically, was a day that even when I was in home doing whatever I wanted. Um, it's a day that I had things to do. I had gone out with to the beach to at least walk a bit. I can always recommend to anyone whenever you can go make a walk, and that's good for the body and for the head. Um, other stuff. What other stuff I could tell? Um, I have seen my. Don't know if you should tell all this much about myself. Um, I feel quite better today. I have been I have been relaxing the rest of the day. I have read the things I wanted to read. In the morning, I have my classes of foreign language. A foreign language that I don't want to talk about this right now. It was a good class today. I have I have had my lunch, and I relaxed during the afternoon. I will be studying. Before I talk about study, um, I begin to think how much of the habit of playing games I have lost with time. I have been studying many stuff, many things throughout my life, and I begin to think now that um, I have much more to study, and sometimes I get um, I don't remember the word. See, getting tired of having to study much and much more and more and more, so much effort. But I believe that happened. I believe that happened because sometimes I forget the reason why I study so much about so many things, and not just about the my area of work. It's sometimes I forget that I have my own faith. I have the things I believe more deep than any other thing. And sometimes I forget because sometimes I forget to pray. Sometimes I forget to reflect about things, about my life, about all the things not just the things, but the people I have around me. and sometimes I think that I don't value all this much. I remember the time when I have as much time available as I have much time available. I didn't work when I was more younger. I was more in house. I was studying, of course, making university and all this stuff. But I remember the times before I had a relationship and before I made more things with my parents. Um, I wish I was more connected with my family, not because I don't talk to them, but because the way we live together, we are more we have a more distance that we should have we shouldn't have all this much distance. Not the physical distance. We are in the same house, but um, we could be more together. Mhm. My parents and I and my brother and other people I know, we would be more together. I have been a more away person than thinking now. Then I could be different. Could be a different person. Well, I'm studying the stuff that I'm studying in my area of work. I always wanted to work with cybersecurity. I've been studying a bit before the pandemic, but I have to give up the not like a dream that I always dream of, but something that at the end of the university I have felt a desire to learn. It's a area that really shakes me, makes me um, feel more attract. But I have to be a grown up person, and I'm not. I'm a person that's. I'm not a person that only resumes myself to studying the IT area or the area around it. I can read history books, learn other languages, more than more than two languages, of course. I can read philosophy books. I I know things from healthcare area, nursery, anatomy, physiology. I have many knowledge. I have nowadays more knowledge, the church knowledge about things more in depth, not the simple things that the normal people know, but more in depth about concepts that mix with philosophy and metaphysics. But I think I'm getting. I like these lives where I talk about stuff because I can speak freely, not talking to a wall, but talking, saying out what I think about things makes me feel better. I have people around to talk to, but not to talk to things I speak here. And as I have a character, an account here that I don't put my name. Not that I intend to say illicitious, if this is the correct word, illicit. Not that I want to talk about illicit things or any hardcore things at all, but Sometimes I want to speak things in depth and not be so much judged, but I can endure more. You see, sometimes my frustration is that I know so many things, and I don't know, I don't want to keep them to myself. I want to share with people. Not that I am the one who knows more things than what there are. The more I learn, the more I learn stuff, the more I know that there is more stuff. But I'm not lost in my thoughts like the philosophers are when they see the how great is the universe of knowledge. I'm okay with you, I what I know, but I'm at the same time I have a bit of curiosity to go after more knowledge, so I can use when people need to know things. And here I am, a guy that have graduated, university, knows stuff, knows different stuff about things different that I see that normal people that doesn't know. Even my boss, my manager, doesn't know the things I know, but they don't care until the time they need that in an emergency. When this happens, they begin to they ask me, they ask everyone, like desperate people. I get angry when I remember that. They always wanted help when there is emergency. The rest of the time ignore they ignore my my advices. But in the emergencies they wanted us. They want they want what I know, uh, more by despair than by truly truly need. You know? I will not create the habit of making long and reflective lives. I don't want to do this. I will be trying to do two things to make when I come back to work. It's a simple, little live talk about the day. I think it's good to I think it's good to everyone to have a bit of reflects about what you did today. Not about just progress. It's about how was your day. Not just go in the automatic, live your life in automatic way. Try to enjoy your life while you have your obligations. I have had I don't I feel that I don't didn't enjoy so much life in the past. I have always not always but I have so much time spend my time doing stuff that I forgot how is it to have a free time. Don't know if someday I'm going to stop making these recordings, these lives that I'm doing. Not lonely. I want to be that. That I want to have nobody to be here and begin to ask me stuff. I want to have time to do my own stuff and to think the thing and to think the things I'm thinking. Anyhow, um, that that's what I intend to do in the next months. I don't know if anyone is going to ever hear this. I don't really care. I don't want to have problems, which is why I I don't put my name, don't put the name of parents, I don't put the country I come from. I'm obviously well. I don't speak anything that tries to indicate whom I am and where I come from. I I learned to the importance of privacy. I just want to have this dark channel so I can talk about stuff, and if something I say or something that I am learning by myself can help anyone else, it's a good thing. Just so you know, I'm not a person that stays all day on my home or come back from the work and go straight to the computer. I have my life, I have things to study, I have finished my graduation, but I'm doing things beyond this. I'm not a simple person that only thinks about having papers and papers and papers that qualifies me like a person who knows more and more and more. These things are not truly being valued nowadays. The philosophers are not being required in the way they should be. The the masters, the doctors, and when I call doctors, it's uh, the postdoc doc people who know who makes studies. They are not being. I don't feel they are being truly valuable in everyday's time. This is this is only status stuff, something that you put in your curriculum, but not something that people around you truly values. Most of people don't ask about what you have searched, the sacrifice you made, what you concluded, and begin to talk about in depth about the things you have learned through this process of try to understand the world or trying to understand something that you are searching of. So I am not a person that will just follow the, the way as many people do. I know the world um, is getting more hotter. Um, war, it's war in many places. It's beginning to are beginning to become a reality. Not a reality, not a reality, but it's an eminence. If you, let me see if this word is correct. Imminent. They are imminent, this threat. But I believe most of the world will suffer not from the physical war, but will suffer from the inflation around the world, the uncertainty in the market. Many jobs are going to be broken because the chain, the global the global market is going to have problems that will affect all of this. But I will tell you what I'm going to do first. Why I do value my faith. I value my faith because I know those things will happen. This is this is a cyclical. This is a cyclical stuff. It's a cyclic stuff. It will happen from time to times in our world. You just need to read history from many places to know that we are in a time that is changing from the peace to war. Not not war in our all of the countries, but in a state of extremes. I value my faith because this is something beyond what happens in the world. If we are not suffering from the imminent war or conflicts, we will suffer from the great troubles from the working market, the global investment market, and pandemic, disease that spread throughout the world, disease that kills the plantations or the animals that that feed us. This is always happening. It's illusion to think that you live in a world that nothing happens. So I value my faith because in that moment when I bend my knees and I begin to say the words from the depths of my heart, um, I know how little I am throughout this universe, throughout this all of these things, all of the world, all of everything. But I don't feel lonely. I feel there is someone with me, and I feel glad, and I feel that it doesn't matter what I choose to do or not to do. It's matter that if I do all of this with my heart, if I do this, make the best of me, and not not to give in to to corrupt desires, to illusions, illusions of illusions of pride. Um, I always think that when I would grow up, I would become a great person, and I would be respected by everyone. I can be that person, but I I cannot lose myself in this. I need to be a great person because people are really thankful for the things I do. I have to inspire people, to give people hope. Not because I will make, not because I will fix the world, but because I will, I gladly will make my little part to all the parts that everyone does around the world. I recognize this, and I begin to learn to value that. When I pray, I begin to forget that I am not obliged to be the greatest developer, to be the most successful um, business person, and I am not a business person, but I intend to be. When I pray, I forget those things. Forget because I can truly relax from this pressure. Everything I do besides doing nothing, everything I do, I fail to fail. I fail to be a complete mess, to be a complete empty person. Every every pace, every step I do, it's something different from what is expected by the most pessimist person. I, I, I'm losing myself in these conversations, and I don't want to spend my time. But remember, if you value what I have to tell you, remember, you are not obliged to be the greatest, but do challenge yourself, only yourself. When you challenge others, challenge them. Should they begin to challenge them? The, should they begin to challenge themselves? So you help them, so can do their best, not to be recognized. Don't expect recognition from the world, but do your best to inspire hope. Because one day when your hope, like a plant, like a seed planted, when you are in a time loss of hope, when you plant hope, you receive that hope. And the best of it, you don't receive it from yourself. It simply appears to you like a miracle, not because an metaphoric creature, an angel, or something from the dreams appear. No, a normal person, more simpler than you, appear and say the word that you needed to hear, and the magic, the miracle happens. The best of it, it's to know that you inspired this miracle, and you never knew. So do stuff for you, do stuff challenging you to do your best. That's how you live your life. Your life is too short to spend in regret. Challenge yourself. Don't care if you're not going to be the richest person. Don't care if you're going to be the most prestigious person in the area, in your own area, or in the area you value much. Even in faith, if you're not being recognized so much by the others around you, challenge yourself to be the best you can. If you read a book and you think, I'm not able to finish this book, when you finally finish one book and challenge you to read 2 books by year, 3 books, 4, it's something that you see you never lose, but you always make better yourself. Challenge you more and more and more, because your life is going to end someday, sooner or later. But at least you enjoy your life, and you don't live up to the expectancy of the others. Because when you fall down, not necessarily these people that have expectations of you, not necessarily will help. The ones that will help you are the ones that are glad to have met you. These are the ones it's really important to you to have around you, and always help the ones that don't believe themselves. Make them believe they are able to much more than they already are. That's what I do. That's why I challenge myself to come here and say what I think. And change books by you can change books by push-ups, by running, by constructing something in wood, in electronics. Challenge yourself. If you would die tomorrow, wouldn't you try to enjoy your last day? Live your life, challenge yourself every day, and do your best. But do please have faith. At least when I have faith, I will always remember that I have peace in my heart. That's what I have to talk about. Well, I will begin soon after I begin my study session, and say to you, have a good afternoon or